a Mexican beer, or even a Japanese beer. This isn't one of them. Happy St. Patrick's Day. From everyone at Harp Lager.
You're about to see how Goodyear is changing all-season driving right before your eyes. Introducing AquaTread, only from Goodyear. AquaTread's advanced design channels water out of your way for dependable all-season traction, especially in the rain when you may need it most. AquaTread, the newest reason why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
The exquisite beauty of Donegal, Perry and China is now available at selected gift shops. Each piece is individually handmade to be the most translucent, delicate and deeply embossed china available. Created by the highest skilled craftspeople in County Donegal, Ireland. We guarantee unparalleled standards with our stamp of the Celtic Cross. For information, call 1-800-255-ERIN. Donegal, China, a treasure forever. An affordable price today.
And welcome back to our live coverage of the 231st Annual New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade. And what are we looking at here, Christopher? I'm with my colleagues Chris O'Donoghue and Tommy Smith.
We have the police department emerald. I got in front of you, Christopher. Sorry. That's the Emerald Society of the police department. And you can hear their fine pipe band coming in the background. And these guys are involved in a game with the fire department every year in a game of Irish football, which makes it very unique. I think they're playing in rugby or hockey, and they're playing in basketball, Jim, as well, I believe.
I believe they are.
The Emerald Society pipe and drums, uniforms, feather, bonnets, blue and gold tunics and royal kilts. All police officers devote their own time in learning and playing the pipes and drums.
And they're approaching the reviewing stand here at 64th Street. And at this point, indeed, as Jack McCarthy and Sand were saying earlier, the snow has stopped, although it is still a bit raw in the air and it's overcast. However, nothing to dampen the spirits of the Irish as they march up Fifth Avenue on this March 17th.
You know, they tell us that the pipes led the various battles. It would take away the element of a sneak attack if you came with a piper, but I also believe that they changed the tunes and that directed actually what the troops did in battle. That's what the pipers were used for, as well as leading and scaring everybody off.
You know, last year we read a poem by last year's Grand Marshal, Mary Hope Moore. I'd like to read it again as we listen to the pipes. It's called I Am of Irish America by Mary Hope Moore. And I am of Irish America. I am a child of immigrants. I am of a people who for over 800 years have bent a knee to no king but the King of Heaven, and bowed a head to no queen but the Queen of Heaven. I am of a dispersed people sent in slavery to Barbados and chains to Australia, in famine to America. I am of a people who tore themselves from their father's trembling arms, kissed their tear-stained mother's face goodbye, and traveled all over the world to keep a roof over beloved heads and food on the hungry table. I am of an empire upon which no sun can set, for wherever you go in this whole wide world, wherever a house of God has risen, wherever a house of learning founded, or a tree of liberty planted by loving hands and watered by the tears of an Irish exile, there you will find the Irish Empire. I thank God for the blood of my fathers. I thank God for the land of my birth. I pray that God will save Ireland, and I pray that God will continue to bless America. Mary Hope Moore, last year's Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Really beautiful poem.
Yes.
And as you know, Tim Malloy has been roving the sidelines for us, talking to various folks. Let's go back to him. Tim?
Okay, Jim, the name Guinness and Ireland are synonymous. Joining me here now is Bill Olson, the Chief Operating Officer of Guinness North America, and his lovely wife, Cheryl. Hello, how are you?
Fine, we're doing wonderful today.
Your main man is our main man today, Connie Doolan, Grand Marshal.
We're honored by it. Connie, I think, really typifies the commitment and part of the Irish community. And we at Guinness feel like we've been part of the community. And having Connie honored today is really special for all of us.
He's a good guy. Now, you're Bill Olson III, and I understand Bill Olson IV is on the way. Is that a fact?
We don't know if it's the fourth, but we're hoping it's on the way. I don't know if the camera can actually see that, but...
Well, I suppose
months.
so. He's certainly trying.
Well, we're starting it off right being here today.
Well, congratulations. I suspect there'll be an Irish first name, huh?
That's right.
William?
Yeah.
We're probably William.
Middle name Patrick or something?
We don't know yet. We're debating that one.
All right, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you
Have a good
very
day.
much.
Okay, back to Jim.
All right, Tim, thank you. As the parade has come to a halt momentarily, as it does from time to time. And there it begins again. Brass from the police department passing us by.
The reason they halt the parade, of course, is to allow the cross traffic to come across town. And on a day like today, when the parade is run on a weekday, you get a lot more traffic because life goes on in New York, even though the parade is coming up.
We are not very popular with cab drivers today, are we?
No.
All right. As the parade continues, we will take a short break. And right after we come back, more of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Ireland, land of kings, time-weathered stone, crystal waters, ice and fire, ancient crafts, tradition and heritage, Tipperary crystal, mouth-blown, hand-cut, the crystal of kings.
The exquisite beauty of Donegal Parian china is now available at selected gift shops. Each piece is individually handmade to be the most translucent, delicate and deeply embossed china available. Created by the highest skilled craftspeople in County Donegal, Ireland. We guarantee unparalleled standards with our stamp of the Celtic Cross. For information, call 1-800-255-ERIN. Donegal China, a treasure forever. An affordable price today.
It's still a place of castles and thatched roof cottages, a land of music and easy laughter. In Ireland, we often find ourselves quite behind the times and in no particular hurry to catch up. Ireland, the ancient birthplace of good times. Call 1-800-SHAMROCK.
And welcome back once again to our live coverage of the 231st Annual New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade. There you see the marchers moving up Fifth Avenue. Oh, there's a fine Irish face for you. How about that?
He's well equipped for the day, isn't he? With plenty of green.
He certainly is.
How you doing, everybody? Used to march in a uniform.
Yes, and then that might have been a New York accent. I'm not quite sure.
It's a long line of blue at the moment, marching up that long line of green as they head north up to 86th Street, and then we'll cross town over onto the east side where the parade disbands.
Well, passing by, as you see, countering the colors there, passing by our location right now, some ebullient New York City cops having a good time.
And really, that's what this parade is supposed to typify. We're all here for a good time, isn't that what it is?
Yes. And
these cops come here on their own time, right?
And there was, of course, you're looking now at the reviewing stand. And we're not going to get another view of Stephen. Let's take a look at a piece of tape right now. Our colleague Tommy Smith took a look at the background of our Grand Marshal, Connie Doolan. Let's take a look at that tape right now.
Connie Doolan has been with the Guinness Import Company for 23 years. He began as a district manager and through the years has witnessed the growth of one of the largest beer distributors in the world. Still, after 23 years, Connie enjoys his work as much as ever and feels very fortunate to be part of the Guinness tradition.
With the Guinness Import Company, it is actually a labour of love to be representing a company such as Guinness in the United States. Guinness is a company, I think, that one of its foremost considerations is the community.
Everyone at Guinness is excited that Connie Doolan is Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Most feel there isn't a better representative of Guinness and the Irish community.
We're honored to have Connie as the Grand Marshal, and it's our pleasure to be able to go down there and honor him on this very special day. And that's why we're bringing all the employees there to celebrate with him, because we're very proud of him.
A great source of pride for Connie is his family and home in Bethpage, Long Island. His wife Anne and sons Kevin and John are all anxiously awaiting Connie's big moment as he leads the parade.
The four of us, my wife Anne and Kevin and John, we're one. And we're going to enjoy it and invite each and every one of our friends to do the same thing with us.
The parade is but one day a year, and be assured Connie will enjoy every minute of it. But the magnitude of this honour shall stay with him for years and years to come.
All I know is that on that particular day, I'm going to have the greatest time of my life. I'm going to be the tallest man in New York that day, and I'm going to be the proudest man in New York that day. That I can assure you.
And welcome back to our live coverage. While we were away, Officer Stephen McDonald and his wife Patty passed us by. Stephen, of course, the celebrated officer who was put in a wheelchair as a result of a bullet, and one of the dearest friends of the police department and indeed the Irish in America, the Irish in New York, rather. Well, we're looking now at the New York City Transit Police Emerald Society as they march up the avenue.
This, of course, being a working day, many of these people have taken off personal days just to be here in March.
Well, of course, I'm sure nobody called in sick. That would never happen.
Never.
Certainly not.
They'll be in a lot of trouble if the boss happens to be watching television and their face appears.
Yes. There's a young lady with a shamrock on her cheek. Proud to be Irish today.
And noticeably, the reviewing stands have filled up since we started the parade. They're practically packed on either side of us now.
Yes, they are brave souls, braving the cold. We at least have this wonderful, sturdy roof over our head.
Indeed.
Yes, we have turned the heat down here a bit. Those very expensive area heaters that they got for us here to help us get through the 4 hours. But nobody's feeling cold right now. Least of all that gentleman. As he struts, you know, one of the few occupations you can have and really strut as being a drum major.
And of course, the pipes are generally considered to be Scottish, and you can tell from the outfit they wear whether they're a Scottish band or an Irish band. The Scottish bands tend to have tartans, while the Irish bands generally have a solid colour.
All right. Well, thanks for that little bit of information. We'll be hearing more about the dancing a little later on from Kathleen Biggins when she joins us. Again, the New York City Transit Police Emerald Society.
There's the crowded reviewing stand just mentioned by Tommy. Beginning to brighten up here considerably.
And wouldn't that brighten our life if it does?
Yes. All right, who's been saying prayers? Someone has, obviously.
The dignitaries receiving the salute from the police as they march by, and you can see that the flags are lowered. Of course, the American flag is never lowered, just the Irish flag and the flag of the particular battalions. They're lowered as a mark of respect to the dignitaries here on our dignitary stand. They are also lowered as they march the cathedral, and that's as a mark of respect to the dignitaries down there. The American flag, of course, is always carried in the right hand. That's the strength of America. And the visiting flag is in the left hand, the side closest to your heart.
Tommy's been doing his homework. Thank you, Tommy, for that little bit of information. All right, as the police